doing, old Sheba dog? Doing, old Sheba?
Come here, have a good opener.
Yeah.
Hey guys!
Really? How corny could you get?
Welcome to today's video. I wouldn't tell him what my fun opener was.
Because she knew I
Hilarious.
wouldn't allow that. But
that was hilarious. Y'all know y'all liked it.
So guys, it's Cody and Erica Archie from Bar 7 Ranch, and we're glad to have you here today. Come along with us. We're going to do something kind of exciting for us today. You may not find it that exciting, but it's pretty cool.
It's pretty cool.
Welcome to the ranch. All right, guys, so we got our hay baled this week, and now comes the fun part of hauling it. So when I was a kid, you know, everybody baled square bales. There's not much of that done in our area anymore, but there's a few, but not near like it used to be. Most everybody round bales because it's easier to handle. Most of your farmers and ranchers are getting older, and they don't want to move square bales around and load them up and feed them. It's just a whole lot easier to run in with a tractor or skid steer, pick it up and put it out. So we round bale our hay for the same reason. It's just a whole lot easier to feed. You don't have to have a big barn to store it in. You can just stack it outside on the ground. But Clance is going to be doing the hay hauling this year for me, and he's done it for the last couple of years. But my old radio on my tractor has gotten pretty weak, and it's not working very good. It's 12 years old, same as my tractor. So we're going to put a new radio on the tractor today. So come along with us, and we'll show you how to do that. Maybe it'll help you hook something up on your tractor if you want to get you a radio to put on your open station tractor, and maybe we can teach you something. One of the questions we get a lot of times, or not a question, but a comment, and I tend to begin to agree with it, is that if you're feeding hay or if you're baling hay, you're not utilizing your pastures as much as you should. And to some extent, I can agree with that. But also, we've had so much rain this spring that the amount of livestock that we keep on this place couldn't keep up with the grass growth. Also, we sprigged this field up here this year, which sprig means, go back and watch some of our older videos. We tilled the ground, and then we planted grass into the ground that was already a root form of it, roots of coastal Bermuda, so that it would take off and grow our fields. And what happens is when it begins to grow from that root, then you get these runners that come off, and then they take root and continue to grow. So what we're trying to do is get this coastal established. Well, in the process of doing that, we had a bunch of grass that grew up on faster than it that got going quicker, so we had to get it cut off and get it out of the way to give this coastal room to kind of really take off and get going. So that's part of the reason we baled this. I'm going to show you in another pasture over here another reason that we did it, because it actually helps to improve your pasture land. So let's jump in the buggy and we'll run over and take a look.
Go girls, load up. Sorry, Iz, you're gonna have to get in here.
There's no room. Where's Nala?
Right here.
There she is.
No room for Izzy? Izzy, come here. Come on.
Come on, Iz.
You can get up there. Okay.
Where'd old Black?
I don't know.
In the water trough.
Oh, she ain't
Old
getting
Black Pepper over there in the water trough. Oh, she's by the water trough. She's not in it. So right here, this is just some native pasture, and you can see a big difference from where we've cut right here earlier last week to over here. And what I want you to see is the color differentiation. This grass is already starting to green up. It's starting to perk up. It's starting to grow up again. Where this older grass that's already played out is still choking some sunlight. It's taking some stuff away from the grass that's trying to come on. So by baling this hay off of here, because we couldn't graze it and pull it all off of here at one time, it's going to help the grass that's coming up, the more desirable grass. Like we have here, we've got some common Bermuda grass that's coming up. Now it won't get big enough to hardly bale, but it's very stout. It does very good. But by getting this other grass off the top of it and giving it room to get some sunlight and start that photosynthesis process, it's really going to help it to grow and mature better and do a better job of getting us some coverage on here and do a better job of grazing for us. So that's part of the reason we baled some of this. Now there's some spots we didn't bale in here because it's too rocky and it's too hard on the cutter, but we baled everything that we really felt like we could. And this hay will still be good enough to, to feed some cows and get them through the winter. just really as a filler. We'll have to supplement with some protein. It's not that high in nutritional value, but it will give them the volume they need to get going, to keep going through the winter, or some sheep, whatever we decide to feed it to. So now I'm excited. Let's go get the radio.
When did
put on
I
the tractor.
give you this radio? When did we get this radio for you, Cody?
Did I get it for Christmas?
No, it wasn't that long ago.
When did I
It
get
was
it,
only
my
for your
birthday?
birthday. So
Okay.
you're not that far
2
behind.
or 3 months behind. It's not that big
Not
a deal.
as bad as the, what do you call that thing?
April and May,
The-
2 months.
Not as bad as the, what do you think, what is that thing?
Hose reel for
yes.
air compressor?
Yes, that I got you like 3 years ago.
It's mounted in the shop, Erica.
Yes, he did mount it in the shop this year, but it's not hooked
It
up.
doesn't have air run to it. But
All right, let's go do this. So here's the old radio. It's a Jensen. Is that what the new radio is?
yep,
Is it the exact same one?
same radio, I believe.
Oh, why'd we get a new one?
Because this one don't work.
Oh. These dogs are nauseating. Y'all.
So first thing let's break down the old radio. So this is the antenna that I had to rig up on it when the old one broke off. So it's just a piece of wire that was siliconed in there. Then we got the plug to hook it up here. So unplug that. So we're going to take this old one off. Ooh, I should have brought my brand new impact that I got.
Oh, you want me to go get it?
That'd be awesome. I
got
could use
you a
my Father's Day gift.
Yes.
2 days. That would be a world record
If
for
you
me.
use something I got you the next day,
Yeah, actually the next day, yeah, because today's Monday.
yes. I'm
That'd be
like
a
the
world
best
record for
wife
me.
ever.
So,
Best wife ever.
yeah, if we snatch that up, we'll be ready to go.
Okay, you hold this or turn it off or whatever.
I'll stay with you guys. Come on. All right, so first things first. This has been a pretty good radio. Now, these things aren't like your earbuds that you put in your ears and all that kind of stuff. I mean, they're just AM, FM radios. They put out just enough noise and music to keep you occupied while you're on the seat of the tractor doing your job. So, so that's what we're going to work on today. So we got to get this old one off. This one, when I bought this tractor, that little toolbox right over there, it was actually, I take that back, mounted right here in these 2 holes right there was a little black tube thing, and I don't even know where I got rid of that or put that at, but it's like it would hold the owner's manual, instruction manuals and stuff like that to keep up with. I pulled that off. I don't need that. And I drilled some holes in this fender here and mounted this radio on it. So this particular tractor is a John Deere 5065E, which means it's about a 65 horsepower on the engine. I don't know what it is, like 55 or 57 or something, 60, something like that at the PTO. Which the PTO, if you're not familiar, is here at the back of the tractor. This is your PTO shaft. This is your power takeoff. And what that does is when you engage it, it turns, and that's what runs things like a shredder. You know, it's a big lawnmower attachment that goes on the back of your tractor, or you know, if we had a hay cutter, it would power the hay cutter, or a rake. If you had not many rakes are hydraulic driven. I mean, PTO driven. So let's take that back. But anything that runs off of your PTO shaft, a feed mixer, a feed grinder, things of that nature, a post hole digger. Some post hole diggers run off of PTO. So that's what that does. So let's take a look under here and see. I think those are probably going to be about either half or 9/16 nuts.
World's best wife.
Looky here.
Right
so
here.
This was my awesome Father's Day gift that Erica and the kids got me. I say the kids. I doubt either one of them knew that.
Yeah,
they got me that.
Bub knew.
So
I asked him what he wanted to get you, and I told him that you had mentioned wanting this when we were at Home Depot, and he said this is what we should get then.
So this is a Milwaukee Fuel 1/2-inch drive cordless ratchet.
All right.
So
let's do it.
let's see. Let's get to our
I gotta get some
socket.
water. Hold on.
All right.
I'm thirsty.
You get you some water,
See
Erica.
if we have any water over here.
I believe that's a 1/2 or a 9/16, but that's a 3/8. That's going to be.
We have a little bit of water.
All right, 1/2 inch drive, or let's see. Those might actually be metric. That ain't going on there.
All right, we're back. He found something. He can't use his ratchet though.
So I don't have it ended up being a 13 millimeter instead of a 1/2. And I don't have a 13 millimeter socket in a 1/2 inch drive, so I had to get the 3/8 drive on the old ratchet here to take this.
What a bummer.
Off.
What a bummer.
Now then, out with the old.
Do you even know where the new one's at?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was like, have we even?
I know exactly where that baby
good.
is.
Good.
Right here. And some of you will probably be like, why in the world, Cody, would you put the exact same radio back on?
Probably because that's what his wife bought him for his.
Well, that and these things were cheap.
They
right?
were? It's like, I'm pretty sure it wasn't cheap. What do you
Like
mean?
$100, wasn't it?
No.
Are you sure?
I promise they're not $100 anywhere.
That's what I paid for mine.
No, maybe that was 12 years ago.
Oh.
But it
They
lasted
don't-
12 years. So I'd say that's a pretty good
Good enough.
lifetime, I would think. I mean, this doesn't take no time, Cody.
No. Well, it's a little easier since I've already drilled all the holes the first time I put it on.
This looks nice.
Anything that's new looks nice, right?
What are you saying about me?
Well, I mean, you just take it where you can, Erica.
Cody, you gotta hold your mouth just right.
That's a given in anything you do. You gotta hold your
What
mouth
time
right.
is it? 7:49. Sadie's coming over here at 8 o'clock. Y'all, we're about to go to the lake for 5 days. We go to the lake every year. We'll have to make a video down there, of course. Who wants to see lake content? Let me know if y'all want to see a video about our lake days. But we're going to go for 5 days. We go every year. My family's gone for like 50-something years in a row to the same cabins. And where we're going to stay, there's not any water because we're in like a cove and we've been in a drought for so long now that you got to walk a ways to get to the water. But it's a tradition, so that's where we go.
And
It's my whole extended family. What?
well, it's her grandparents and her uncles and all there.
Yeah, it's my grandparents. So it's my dad, his brothers, his parents, and all the grandkids.
You consider that
and
extended family?
great grandkids. I mean, it's not our immediate family. Immediate would just be us, right?
I guess so.
I don't know. Anyways, what were you going to say? And what?
Well, I mean, where the spot where it's at is sometimes, I mean, water's lapping up right on the edge of the
It's got a concrete.
retaining wall
Yeah.
there. And then sometimes like this year, since Texas has been such a long drought, it's going to be
We're going to have to walk.
a mile or so. But
I don't think it's going to be a mile.
I think we're going to take the old Can-Am.
Yeah.
That way we can just drive down in there and get to the water.
We're going to have to unload the sprayer.
We'll have to unload the sprayer, yeah. But
But
good thing it's
so,
easy to come out.
comment down below if you want to see lake coverage. You're probably going to see it anyways. But anyway, so the point is, our friend Sadie from church is going to come over, and I'm going to show her how to tend to my watering while we're gone. I think I got all my chickens covered. I'll have her look at them, but I think they're all covered for water and food while we're gone.
Now then, here's this thing comes with all this wire. Now on these John Deere tractors, Mom, you maybe go around to the front.
It does not need that much.
Well, it don't need this much, but if you, maybe we can, if you get up there, you can see.
Right here.
So here's the old wire I had ran, and I ran it down through the pillar here, and it comes out down here. Comes out here, And then I've got it connected here with these little these little quick connects. Can y'all see those? But they're junk. They're truly just junk. Part of the time this radio, if it doesn't work, if you reach down and grab those little blue snap-in quick connects, it will, and wiggle it, it'll finally get a connection. So I'm going to fix that today. I'm going to put some different connectors on there. I'm going to try using that same wire without replacing the one that's on there. Let's just see if it works right now.
Do you have to turn on the tractor?
We just have to turn the key on.
Okay.
Plugged in.
We'll probably have to bleep this out so we don't get copyright.
Power. Oh!
Already more than what you had?
Well, I can at least read the screen.
Oh, that's good.
Let's see if we can. Let's get us a radio station. No, it's going to search and...
There's not a single thing out here.
Oh, you know what? I bet
you don't have the antenna.
I bet it's got an antenna that needs
Cody, you have to have an antenna.
Yeah, let's put this antenna on there.
That would be helpful.
And see if that helps.
Oh! Okay, we gotta turn it off. Copyright. Alright, so what are you gonna do? It works. Are you gonna change out the wires or not?
I don't know. I mean, this thing's got a little wear to it. I should probably just change it. I'm here. It's about time to go get Clance from baseball practice. So if I say I'm going to do this and I don't have to do that, and you'll go get him?
No, I'm fixing to show Sadie where my stuff is. So I might not.
Are you?
I'm just saying. But I will if I'm done with Sadie.
So let's come in here and look at something. I want to see what the people think we should do.
Okay, let me climb down off this tractor. When I have a mysterious bruise here tomorrow, just remind me that I got it on the tractor.
So, here's what I think I'm going to do. I think I'm going to take this little guy, which is a weatherproof...
Oh, that's nice. Where'd you get that?
Plug. Amazon, I'm probably sure. But
what'd you get it for?
I don't remember. But if I do that, to do it right, I'll need to solder...
You hate soldering.
...these connections.
You said it last time.
Or, I don't know, I might have some. Let's see if I got some good.
Last time you were going to have to solder, you said, oh my gosh, I don't want to do it like that.
I got these good little, stick them in there, clamp them, heat them up, and they shrink wrap. I might do that. That'll be a whole lot easier. And see if we can get 12 years out of that. How's that sound, guys?
I like it. What would you do? Drop it down in the comments.
That's what I think I'm going to do. I think I got 4 of those. I can put those in there, clamp them on, and then heat them up and call it good. That's what we're going to do. Okay.
Y'all watch Cody do that. I'm fixing to go show some gardening.
All right. Well, let's take our clamper over there. This one. This is probably the wrong tool for that, but we're going to make it work today. Insulated and non-insulated. That's what we need right there.
Where are you doing this at? Where do I need to be at now?
I think I'm going to do it right here.
I know, but do I need to be right here or on the
Probably
other side?
on the other side. Let's get our new wire. Did I leave it out there?
Yep, it's over here.
All right. All right. So, we're going to do this. It's going to look backwards, guys, but what we're going to do is we're going to take this guy. We're going to cut it right here. And I'm going to take this new wire. I'll show you what we're going to do. So this is way
Sadie
more
pulling up?
wire than we need.
I think Sadie's pulling up, so I'm going to put y'all right here.
Yep, Sadie's.
All right, y'all are going right here. You're going to have to watch Cody from here.
One thing, guys, I'm not liking about this wire so far is that it's
Oh, I got to turn this
split.
off.
Turn your mic off, Erica.
Just going to leave it right here. Don't forget it.
So I'm going to look in the shop here and see if I've got some of that flexible line. Do y'all know what I'm talking about? That you run your hose, your wires in. And we may put a little of that. I don't know if I can get that in that hole right there. So let me look right quick. See what I got. Okay, guys. So This is what I'm talking about, this stuff here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put this around here. It's not enough to do the whole wire, but it's enough to get it here where it's sticking out of the pillar there. And it's enough once we come out to get it down here to the bottom and kind of keep it straightened up a little bit. I'm going to show y'all a trick too. You take you a socket, a wrench. I'll show you something. I'm going to run these wires through that wrench. And I'm going to run this up here. You see? You can turn it sideways, but I think if you leave it straight like this, look, you can just pull it down and it'll just put that in there. Well, that got out because I wasn't paying attention. You still got to pay attention. There we go. I like that better now. Okay, so we got that on there. We're going to come down here to the very end. We're going to take these and these. I'm going to give them a little wrap right there. Now there's really a little bit better way to do this, but I think this will be fine. No more than we got to pull, and I don't think we're going to hit anything hard to pull. See here, I'm going to take it and I'm going to wrap it around the one I'm going to be pulling on first a little bit to get it kind of started. I'm going to pull this out and I'm just going to start to wrap it around both of these at once. Feeding from the top and pulling here. There we go. There's a front end loader. Leaned on the joystick. So now I'm going to just keep pulling that through. I'll get all that wire fed through there. I like to get a little more of this black in there, this shroud here. I may have to try to tighten that up a little bit and work it in there. Let's, fold it in on itself there like that. What I should have done is drilled this hole out a little bit bigger, but hindsight's always 20/20. Isn't that the way the song goes? They say hindsight's 20/20, but I'm merely going round. All right, now we got that done. Now what we need to do is hook our ends up. So I'm thinking we don't need a whole bunch of that sticking out of there because we're just going right there. So let's do this. Come here, wires. First, let's get this old junker out of the way. We'll cut it off, boom. And cut that off. Throw it over there out of the way. This is our new wire here.
All right, we're back. Here you go.
We're back.
Back from practice. I don't know if we have enough light outside to finish this video or not. What we do have is we have a rooster on the pickup frame because
they got in trouble because they don't act right?
Yep. They are not acting right. They're being mean to my hens, so
they got evicted from the chicken coop. And they ain't liking it.
They're like, where are we going to sleep tonight? Well, you ain't sleeping in the chicken coop.
And you ain't sleeping in the shop. I got to get a light over here.
They're like, but this sounds like a good place to roost. You have what?
I need a light right here. Here's a good one. And then we need a extension cord. Where's one of those at? There's a good one. Now then.
I don't care what we have, but I don't think we're going to be having anything because I got to help your daddy. Even though I need to go inside.
What'd you say? Chicken bites?
Yeah, I don't know what he's talking about.
Chicken bites?
Oh, I thought he said chicken bites. I thought he was talking about supper because I'm starving to death.
This thing ain't working real good, y'all.
How come? Because of the wind?
Because it just ain't what it's really made for.
We had a torch one.
I don't know where that's at, bub. If you knew where it's at, that'd be great. We'd put it on
Where
there.
it's at.
So
I know we had one, but I don't know where it was.
let's.
Because I looked for it.
I need you to come hold this. Because I need to go inside.
Why? Because you're that hungry?
Yeah.
I am too.
Okay, well, I'll go in. I'll take one for the team.
You go in and start supper?
Sure.
Or you're going to go eat something and we're going to have to fend for ourselves when we get in
For
there?
real, that's what usually happens, guys.
Why do y'all say things like that? Why would I do that?
Because that's the truth.
Is that my water? Is that
Yes.
This is mine. Okay.
Let me have your water since you're going inside.
There's a whole pallet of water over there.
Those
Why are
aren't
y'all
cold.
fighting over water?
Those aren't cold. Mom knows why I want the cold one and not the 90 degrees ones that are in the shop.
Okay, make sure you're actually looking at stuff.
Get in there. This ain't really wanting to cooperate right here, guys. Ain't really wanting to cooperate real good. That's good enough though. Where's my tape at? Right here in the seat. Let's tape this thing up. Alright. So guys, we got that pretty well taped up enough that, well, that needs a little bit right there. Got a little bit of a hole right there. Good enough. Now then.
Will she work now?
No, well, we gotta.
I think you still got to plug this part in.
I gotta put a plug on it.
Well,
Well, I ain't there yet, Junior. Strip these wires off a little bit more. We're gonna put them in there and crimp them. Like such. All right, we're going to take this end. We're going to cut them off about right here, I guess. This part of the wire we're going to get rid of. We don't need it. Your way. That done. Where's that little piece of tubing I had? Do you know what I mean?
yes. It is hot out here.
It is hot out here. Yeah. Cut a little of that off.
My feet hurt.
When do your feet quit messing with stuff?
Sorry.
That's why batteries are dead around this place, because you mess with stuff and don't cut it off.
I don't ever kill batteries.
The battery on the lawnmower was dead last time I went to get on it.
That thing don't even got stuff that uses batteries on it.
It starts.
Yeah, how do you leave the starter on?
You leave the switch turned on.
I didn't do that. How does it turn off with the switch on?
Okay, so black to black. Ain't much room under here. Quit moving that steering wheel. I'm using it for a headrest.
How do you know those are touching in there, Dad?
Well, they don't have to touch. It just has to go in the hole on one side or the other.
Both sides. Stop. Shift to P before dismounting.
Alright. Good enough. Now that we can get that to melt a little bit. This would sure be better if we had us a better lighter. They make a little deal that's really made for doing this instead of trying to use a lighter, but a lighter is what we got, and we don't got that for very much. So what I mean by very much is it ain't doing no count.
So what you're saying is there's no point in even using the lighter?
Not really. I mean, it ought to shrink it up there good and create a good watertight seal, but it ain't really doing that like it's supposed to. Really ain't what that's made for. It ain't made to do that way. But
Now plug her in.
plug her in, Terry.
I don't think that's how that goes.
No, it's not.
I'm pretty sure it's put her in reverse, Terry.
I don't know.
Wasn't videoing for a second there. Dozed off.
Alright, we got our waterproof plug in. Turn the power on. Hit the power over here. Oh, I guess it helps if you plug it in here, huh?
I was about to say, what'd you do wrong?
You gotta actually plug it in over here. Oh! You're gonna be jamming out tomorrow while you're hauling that hay. You'll be rocking out. Alright, well, guys, that's about all we can do for tonight. It's about 9 o'clock. Time to go in and eat some supper. We're gonna tidy this up a little bit, just kind of fold these wires up out of the way and call it a night. Alright guys, so it's the next morning. We got the new radio put on last night. I had to do that while Clance was at baseball practice. So the next thing we got to do to get ready for him to haul hay today is I've already put fuel in the tractor, but we need to check the hydraulic fluid, check the oil. We're going to raise the hood up and see if the radiator needs to be blown out. I don't believe it does. And then we're going to we've got this little deal that I made a few years ago right here. It goes on the 3-point back here. 1, 2, 3 points of attachment. And what it does is we can stick hay spikes in it. So when he's hauling, these are close enough that it would really be quicker if we put them on a trailer and everything, but we've only got one tractor and he's doing it by himself. So it'll be much easier for him to just get 2 bales at a time, one on the front of the tractor, on the loader, and then we'll put the 3-point deal on the back and he'll haul one on the back, and then it'll just take a few trips. He's only going to haul about 50 bales this morning, so shouldn't take him long. But we're going to get started on that. So first thing, Clance is going to go grab some paper towels, and we're going to check the hydraulic fluid and the oil. So on our tractor right here is the hydraulic fluid, and then the oil, you check right up here under the loader right here. So go ahead and pull that and let's check it. He got to get his shades off.
Where's it at?
Okay, wipe it off. All right, stick it back in there. Not much room to video in there, guys, but so first thing, when you pull your oil dipstick out, push it all the way down in there good. You don't want to tip the, look at me, you don't want to tip the tip up in the air, because then the oil runs down the stick and you don't know where it's going. You don't know what your true level is, okay? So when you pull it out, you want to hold it kind of flat.
Okay.
Yeah, and then you want to look, so it's supposed to be, wipe it off a little bit.
Wipe all of it off?
Yeah, wipe it off. Okay, so it's sitting on the add mark, so we need to put a little oil in it. So go ahead and put your dipstick back in. We'll get some oil and dump in her. Just look and see if it needs any, if the radiator needs blowing out of anything. So we're gonna, right here on this tractor, just pull this, go over and raise it up. I can't do it with the camera in. Here's the radiator. You can see it's not in bad shape, so we're not going to worry about it, but we'll call that good. But we needed that up. It'll make it easier to put the oil in right here. If you got time to play, you got time to go get some oil off the wall over there, and I'm just going to get that blue one, that Dello. Yep. How much is in there?
A little bit.
Like, how much is a little bit? Does it feel like it's a third full or a half full, or?
Like a quarter.
We'll try it and see what happens. See how much it is.
Or I'm just so strong that a full bottle doesn't, just feels like nothing.
And the lies start. All right, let's see how good you are at pouring. Can you get it in there?
In where?
Right here.
Oh.
Why don't we do this? Back up. We're going to just crank the tractor and raise the loader up out of the way. Is that all of it?
Just about, but I can't go much further.
Okay, go get one of those other jugs. We're going to put some more oil in it. That one wasn't going to have enough. I'd do about half of that. Don't worry about that. Let's see, do we got any? We got some hydraulic fluid. I don't see any antifreeze in here. So we're just going to put water in it today. It'll be all right. This tractor runs pretty cool, and it ain't doing a whole lot of work, just moving some hay around, so not too bad. We're gonna let that settle down while we put the little 3-point deal on. I'm gonna set y'all up back here. All right. Are you gonna get that, or you want me to?
Thought we'd both get it.
Well, it's just easier if one person does it.
And then you get it.
Get in there. Once Watch your finger. Just look out. Now kick it. All right, now hold. Go ahead and put that in. So guys, all this thing really is, it's something we built. It's just we really built it to move trailers and stuff around, because when you're doing stuff around here, you need to grab something real quick. It's just easy to grab it. But in the process of making it, I was like, well, I really need a rear hay spike. So let's go ahead and we put a couple of receivers on here, and we got some hay spikes that go in there. So I'm going to tighten this up. What this does, tightening this top link up, you'll see begins to straighten this up, stand it up some. About to there. All right, now Clance is going to grab the hay spikes over here and slide them in to the receiver there. And then we got a couple of bolts that hold them in. Now at this point, a normal person would go grab some WD-40 and squirt on there to make sure everything's lubed up, or see if it needed to be, you know, help it out a little bit.
It's almost there though.
But Clance is just going to continue to force it, even though it's harder and harder. You're about a ½ inch away. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Almost. See if your
This thing's
can
full of dirt.
Well, yeah, you might should have looked at that before you started. I mean, that's just part of doing anything, is looking at, I mean, those should slide right in there. So if they don't, then you might want to take a look and see what's going on.
Do I need to pull it out, or what I need to do?
Well, if you got it there already, I just dropped my pin in it. Now you could maybe run your spike around there. I think that's some kind of worm or something, huh?
That ain't a worm.
Okay. Now he's gonna get some WD-40. Perfect. You're good. Drop your bolt in for a pin. That's one. By the end of the day, that thing will be so it'll come right out of there. I even put right here on the back this piece of square tubing with the plate in the bottom. So when you get through hauling hay, those spikes go in there, keep it out of the way. Knock that dirt out of the hole. That's good enough. Come on, stick it in there.
It needs it. It's got stuff
Okay, well,
all over it.
go. Now we need to check the hydraulic fluid. Where's your rag? Alright, pull her out of there. Pull straight there. And turn it sideways. Hold. Put it on your hand right here. There you go. Now then, can you see where it's at?
Yes.
Where's it at?
At full.
Okay.
Or at add, maybe?
Alright, so when you...
Let's check it again.
Come on, Bale. So let me show you a little something. Can I show you something?
Yeah.
So stick it back in so I can show you. So when you pull your oil dipstick out anytime, you turn it like this, and then you on the top here sometimes it'll be out, but if you'll turn it over, you can see where the level's at, and you may have to turn and look at it like this. See there? So you can see. So it's right at the full mark. It's perfect. That's because I topped it off for you last night already when I was putting diesel in the tractor and all that. So hydraulic fluid's good. Let's check the Earl again. You never want to check your oil right after you crank an engine. You want to give it just enough time to run down. So it looks like we still need to add oil, huh? Wipe that off and do it again.
Well, the whole back's got it.
Yeah, that you don't go by the, because it could be rubbing against the tube coming up and have oil all over it. You want to go to where the level is, but make sure that's pushed down into the hole all the way.
It's down in there.
Okay. Turn it sideways.
Still needs to add.
You know, we still need to add small, so put the rest of that cord in there. Where'd you put it? I'll go get it.
Back on the shelf.
Back on the shelf. We wasn't done, boy. Kids these days, guys.
It's that first one.
We're gonna top her off with this, and then we're gonna move some stuff around before we take the pallet forks off, so that Clance will be able to stack his hay and get him started. Show y'all here. This is where we hooked the radio up last night. Those different colored zip ties. There's the plug we put in. Kind of got it all buttoned up under there. Comes out the pillar here, goes over to here where it's got a little fuse, inline fuse there, and then of course the regular plug back here. So antenna, I got all the stations tuned in for Clarence last night. It's got like 6 stations on it, so he'll be jamming out today. He said, Dad, I think I'm just gonna wear my earbuds, but he lost his earbuds, so he won't be listening to those. So, all right, well, we got the oil all topped off and ready to go while I had the camera turned off there. We're gonna screw the cap back on. Tighten it down. All right, now we're gonna go move some junk out of the way and get ready to start hauling some hay. So guys, I hope you can hear this, but if you've watched much of our stuff, you realize that I like to build stuff on skids so you can move it and not have a permanent structure. This was our original steer pen, steer shed, I guess. We're just going to move it out here in the pasture for these sheep or goats, whatever's going to be out here. to put that chain back in the shop. All right, guys, so we got us an area over here where all that junk was piled up to stack our hay at. Normally we stack our hay right over here, but it's kind of not the most ideal spot. So now that we got a chance to kind of get it all moved out, we're going to get it all moved out, and then Clance is going to put the hay spike on the front of the tractor now. So he just took the pallet forks off, and then he's going to pull up here and put the hay spike on. So you see we got a rock bucket, a hay spike, pallet forks, regular bucket. We got a box blade over there. I'd really like to rig me up a deal where I can keep all these implements together, but let me help him. Had to tilt them over. One of those cylinders is running quicker than the other, but now then, the master has become the student now, having to let the next generation learn. So Dad, sometimes you got to get off the equipment so they can learn how to do it. We got her pinned in now. That pin keeps it from raising up. So he's good to go. He's going to go get him a couple of bales, and I'm gonna run on the buggy over there with y'all, kind of show you as he grabs a couple, and then we're gonna get him started stacking. And then I'm just gonna turn him loose, guys. So guys, I think one thing we don't talk about enough, maybe as fathers, or maybe even as parents in general, moms included, is, you know, how fulfilling and how proud, maybe, I don't hate to use the word proud, but we are when our kids grow and they begin to use the things that we've taught them. Like, you know, Clance is out here hauling this hay today. You know, he's 14, and I'm going to leave him here to do it. I'm not going to stand over him and watch him make sure all day. I mean, I'm going to trust that I've taught him well enough to do what he needs to do on the tractor and pay attention to the things he needs to pay attention to. I'm going to trust that the good Lord's going to watch over him and keep him safe while he's working. But, you know, just letting your kids do stuff and quit helicoptering them. Get off of them and give them an opportunity. You know, he's liable to run over a fence today, but we can fix a fence, and he'll learn something if that happens. Or he's liable to tear up a bale, you know. I know no matter how much I harp on him about, hey, I want you to keep these rows nice and straight, they're probably not going to be as straight as I want them. But that's just part of it, y'all. They have to learn, and the only way they learn is by doing, and you have to give them the opportunity to do things. You know, I know there's going to be some of you guys here in the comments that are like, well, you know, when I was 2 months old, I was changing my own diaper, and I was double clutching an 18-wheeler hauling grain, and, you know, by the time I was 2, I was running the combine. And, you know, that's great. You know, Clance is 14. He's been hauling hay for me for about 3 years now. So 10 or 11 years old, he started driving this tractor, so he's pretty familiar with it. But this is really the first time I'm just going to leave him to do it all day by himself. I'm not even going to be here. Now, Erica's here in case something happens. He's got a phone if he needs it, but just giving them the opportunity to work, and that's what I'm going to do here. So I'm going to turn you around. He's going to ease up here. Now, probably by the end of the day, he ain't even going to be slowing down. He's just going to be going full speed, but I'd rather him take it slow and easy and do it right than I would if he was trying to rush too much and tear stuff up. So he's trying to be perfect. So there's one, and then he'll pick one up on the back there too. I prefer to pick the back one up first myself, but I'm letting him do it. I'm not going to micromanage, which is very tough for me. See here, I'd have drove past the bale and backed up into it instead of turning around and backing up to it. A little more efficient and fast, but so now we're going to give a little instruction. Up a little bit. Now back up into it. Give it some. Go on into it. Now we got it buried all the way. Well, looks like the little hydraulic pump's getting a little weak because it ain't wanting to pick that bale up. We're going to try something real quick. Well, guys, so the old tractor ain't picking up the one on the back. I either need to change the hydraulic filter or we got something else going on with the hydraulic pump. It's just not keeping it up. So we shall see, but we're not just going to sit still. We're going to go ahead and see. It's just something going on. It's not working right. So we're going to go ahead and keep going. He's just going to haul with the front of the tractor instead of both the front and the back. So I'm going to take the hay spikes off here. This will keep him from getting them into the fence. Now you won't get into the fence. All right, guys, Clance is coming in with this first bale. Like I said, we had a little malfunction on the tractor, but we're gonna make it work. We're not just gonna sit idle and do nothing. So. So what I told him was to leave it about a bale width away from this fence and from the back fence. That just keeps cows on the other side of the fence from trying to reach over and eat it. And if we got stuff over here, they're not trying to reach over and eat it. So he's going to stack right here from this bale going that direction. We're probably going to stack, I think we're going to do 12. I was going to do 10, do 5 rows of 10. I think we'll do 12. And then have a little bit left over because I don't know one. Let's see here. Start here. 1, 2. We might can get them all in here. I forgot how many. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, 4. Yeah, we can get 5 rows of 10 in there easily, so we may do that. We'll probably just leave it like that. Well, guys, I'll check back in with you later and we'll see how he's done when I get back from town. We got to go load some square bales tonight that we were going to haul the other night, but we got a little rain on it, so we didn't get them loaded. But I'm going to take it's just 50 little square bales of Sudan, so I'm going to take our little trailer, little bumper pull trailer. We can load all that up this evening, so see you in a little bit.
All right, let's see if we can get Clance coming in with a hay bale. He's made lots of rounds already. Lots of trips, I mean. And he's tired and hot. We're fixing to have to go haul square bales after this. It's 105 today with a, feels like 115 is what my weather thing says. With the excessive heat warning this whole week. He's getting pretty good at it. All right. That does it for now. We'll catch you back later. All right, guys, we're back in the field, back in the hay field. Maybe we can pick up our square bales today.
There ain't gonna be no maybe to it. We're gonna get it done.
We got rained out last time, so we got here and it started raining right when we got here. Not only raining, but hailing. So we had to get out of the field.
It only rained 2/10 on this, so I'm not worried about it having much effect on the quality of the hay or anything, but you know, I'd prefer it if it didn't, but that's just the way it works out. So I'm sure the cows and the sheep.
Did you bring the other gloves?
So once again, my entire family is unprepared. First, they didn't know if they even had gloves in my truck. I told them there was one pair.
These are mine because they're back here.
They went back to get the second pair, and they still didn't get them into the truck. Erica's had to go back in and get the camera because she left it in the office. So, but what were your famous words? Clance has got on shorts instead of blue jeans because we're only hauling 50 bales. So
My famous words were...
We're only hauling 50 bales.
No, my famous words were you reap the consequences of your actions.
So I'll be more than glad to let you drive, and I'll load everything since you don't have your gloves. Okay?
Oh, Mom can use mine and I'll drive.
No, you're gonna stack because you didn't wear blue jeans, and I want you to tear your legs up so that you learn a lesson.
That's fine too.
I put my jeans on just for this, Cody.
Well, I guess you ought to pay attention. Load your gloves up.
I'll get out there and throw the bales. I ain't scared.
You got a gluteal strain, so
I do not have a gluteal strain. My doctor's dumb. I told you.
Well, get over here and drive so we can get this done. Actually, I'm gonna stack and I'm gonna let Clancy load. That'll be even better. I want to put it in 4 low. That way it'll just creep along.
You know, back in my day when I had to do this by myself, I had to put a little brick on the gas pedal, just like cruise along as I loaded my hay.
You're dumb. He said, you know, back in my day, I had to, you know, put a little brick on my gas pedal, let it cruise along.
Okay.
Dad, I don't know if I'm going to lift this thing.
Y'all ready? Okay, put this on. Give one to Dad.
Don't be cussing back there now, Dad.
Really?
I'm only filming all the work.
There you go, right there. Sit right in there. Perfect. So set it right up on top. That's good, I got it.
Hopefully this isn't bogged up, but good morning, guys. It's the next morning and we're gonna unload this hay. Cody forgot he had a haircut this morning, so now we're scrambling to get out here and unload real quick before he has to leave. So come along, we'll show you what we're doing.
Morning, guys. So we're out here this morning. We're gonna unload our hay that we picked up last night. This is hay that's a couple years old. This is coastal hay, but we're gonna go ahead and pick up this old stuff. There's just about 10 or 11 bales here, move it over and get it out of the way for right now. We don't want to stack our new hay on top of this old hay. We'll move it, so we're gonna move it over and make room for the new hay. So we're gonna get started with that.
What are you doing, Bigfoot?
Where are we moving it to?
Just right over to here. Put it up. So, I don't know how y'all were taught, but I was always taught it ain't gonna make much difference here because it's no more than we're putting up, but you always turn your bottom row up on its side. The reason you do that is because as you stack this hay and you get that weight on it, that hay is gonna stand up, it's gonna stay up better when it's stood up on its end. If you turn it flat, it's gonna smush and flatten and bust.
How many bales of hay have you stacked, Cody?
Me?
Yeah, in your life.
I have no idea.
A lot.
A lot, yeah. I used to put up 7,000 or 8,000, 10,000 every year at the feed yard that we all hauled by hand.
You didn't have a bale loader?
We did have a loader towards the end, but we didn't have, that's how you do it. We didn't have accumulators and stuff like that.
All right, guys, Cody had to leave to go get his hair cut, but as you see, we got all our hay stacked. Clancy is still out here stacking away on the brown bales. He's got a couple more hours left. But yeah, we got all of this stacked. Looking good. Hey, kitty. The kitties have a little higher bed now. So, we're all done, and that wraps up our video. We hope you enjoyed watching us load a lot of hay and stack a lot of hay. We are fixing to get ready to go to the lake for a few days, so stay tuned for that, and be sure and like and subscribe. And if you want to see more content like this, let us know what you want to see down in the comments below. And as always, y'all keep ranching. Close it out with the kitty, the Hemingway polydactyl. Bye, kitty. Say bye, kitty. Meow. You gotta say meow. What about your kitty cat? Your kitten? No. She's like, no, don't look at me. All right. Peace out.